Hi, my name is Ara Morton. I'll be reading for the part of Tom Robinson.
Did you ever go on the place again?
Yes, sir.
When?
Well, I went lots of times.
Under what circumstances? Why did you go inside the fence lots of times?
Well, she'd call me in. It seemed like every time I passed by yonder, she'd have something for me to do. Chopping kindling, toting water for her.
Were you paid for your services?
No, sir, not after she offered me the nickel the first time. But I was glad to do it. Mr. Ewell didn't seem to help her none, and neither did the chillin', and I know she didn't have no nickels to spare.
Where were the other children?
They were always around, all over the place.
Would Miss Mayella talk to you?
Yes, sir. She talked to me.
Did you ever, at any time, go on the Ewell property? Did you ever set foot on the Ewell property without an express invitation from one of them?
No, sir, Mr. Finch, I never did that. I wouldn't do that.
Tom, what happened to you on the evening of May 21st?
Mr. Finch, I was going home as usual that evening, and when I passed by the Ewell place, well, Miss Mayella was there on the porch, like she said she were. She called to me to come there and help her for a minute. So I went inside the fence. And I was looking for some kindling to work on, but I didn't see none. She said, "No, I got something for you to do in the house. The door's off its hinges." I said, "Miss Mayella, you got a screwdriver?" She said she had. So I went in. And I looked at the door. And I said, "Miss Mayella, this door looks all right. These hinges are all right." And then she shut the door. Mr. Finch, I was wondering why it was so quiet like. And it come to me that there weren't one child on that place. Not one of them. And I said, "Miss Mayella, where are the children?"
Go on, Tom.
I say, "Where are the children?" And she says, she was laughing, sort of. She says, "Well, they all go to town to get ice creams." She says, "It took me a slap year to save 7 nickels, but I done it, and they all at town."
Tom, what did you say then?
Well, I said something like, "Why, Miss Mayella, that's right smart of you to treat him." And she said, "You think so?" Well, I don't think she understood what I was thinking. I meant it was smart of her to save like that and nice of her to treat him.
I understand. Go on.
Well, I said I best be going. I couldn't do nothing for her. And she said, "Oh, yes, I could." And I asked her, "What?" And she says, "Just step on that chair yonder and get that box from on top of the chifforobe."
Not the same one you busted up?
"No, sir, another one. Most as tall as the room." So I did what she told me. And I was just reaching when she grabbed me around the legs, Mr. Finch. She scared me so bad I hopped down and turned the chair over. And that was the only thing, the only furniture that was stirred when I left. I swear for God.
What happened after that? Tom, you were sworn to tell the whole truth. Answer the question.
When I got off of that chair, she sort of jumped at me.
Jumped? Violently?
No, sir. She hugged me. She hugged me. She hugged me around my waist.
Tom, what did she do then?
She reached up and she kissed the side of the face and said she ain't never kissed no grown man before. She said she might as well start off with a nigger. She said what her pap do to her don't count. She said, kiss me back, nigger. I said, Miss Mayella, let me out of here. And I tried to run, but she got her back to the door, and I said, let me pass. But just when I say it, Mr. Ewell yonder hollered through the window.
What did he say?
Something not fitting to say.
Tom?
It's not fitting for these folks in Chillin to hear.
Tom, you must tell the jury what he said.
He said, I'll kill you, you goddamn whore.
Then what happened?
I was running so fast, Mr. Finch, I don't know what happened.
Tom, did you rape Mayella Ewell?
No, I did not, sir.
Did you harm her in any way?
I did not.
Did you resist her advances?
I tried to, Mr. Finch. I tried to without being ugly to her. I didn't want to be ugly. I didn't want to push her or nothing.
Well, let's go back to Mr. Ewell. Who was he talking to?
He was talking and looking right at Miss Mayella.
Then you ran.
I sure did.
Why did you run?
I was scared.
Why were you scared?
Mr. Finch, if you were a colored man like me, you'd be scared too.
You were given arrested for disorderly conduct, Robinson?
Yes, sir.
What did the nigga look like when you got through with him?
He beat me, Mr. Gilmer.
Yes, but you were convicted, weren't you? It was misdemeanor and it's on the record, Judge. Witness will answer, though.
Yes, sir. I got 30 days.
You're pretty good at busting up shipperobes and kindling with one hand, aren't you?
Yes, sir. I reckon so.
Strong enough to choke the breath out of a woman.
I never done that, sir.
But you're strong enough?
I reckon so.
Had your eye on her for a long time, hadn't you, boy?
No, sir. I never looked at her.
Then you were mighty polite to do all that chopping and hauling for her, weren't you, boy?
I was just trying to help, sir.
That was mighty generous of you. Why were you so anxious to do that woman's chores?
It looked like she ain't have nobody to help her.
With Mr. Ewell and 7 children on the place, boy?
Well, I says it looked like they never help her none.
You did all this chopping and work for sheer goodness, boy.
I just tried to help her.
You're a mighty good fellow, it seems. Did all this for not one penny.
She seemed to try more than the rest of them. I felt sorry for her.
You felt sorry for her. You felt sorry for her. He felt sorry for her. Now, you went by the house as usual last May 21st and she asked you to come in and bust up the shipperobe.
No, sir.
Do you deny you went by the house?
No, sir.
She said she asked you to bust up the shipperobe. Isn't that right?
No, it ain't, sir.
You say she's lying, boy?
No, I don't say she's lying, sir. I say she's mistaken in her mind.
Tell me, boy, why did you run away?
I was scared, sir.
If you had a clear conscience, boy, why were you scared?
Like I said before, it wasn't safe for no colored man to be in a fix like that.
But you weren't in a fix. You just testified you were resisting her advances. Were you scared she might hurt you?
No. Sir, I was scared I'd be in court just like I am now.
Scared you'd have to face up to what you did?
No, sir, scared I'd have to face up to what I didn't do.
You being impudent to me, boy?
No, I didn't go to be.